If your mind was a battlefield, would it be disciplined like a warrior or distracted like a civilian? Welcome back. This is Warrior Mind Podcast number 727. I'm your host, Greg Swanson, and today we're going to be talking about unbreakable focus, how to train your mind like a samurai. What if you could train your mind to cut through distractions like a samurai slices through chaos? In today's episode of the Warrior Mind Podcast, we're diving into the ancient art of unbreakable focus. You'll learn the secrets of Zanshin, the warrior's gaze, along with modern mental training to dominate your day, destroy procrastination, and stay laser locked under pressure. If you're tired of scattered thoughts and lost time, it is time to reclaim your mind. Let's train like warriors. So we're going to begin with what is unbreakable focus. And one of the things that happens is a lot of my clients come and they indicate they want to achieve something, whether it's weight, whether it's finances, whether it's whatever it might be, they want to achieve something. And then when we do our checkup calls, it's they didn't do it because X, Y, and Z. Well, X, Y, and Z is distractions, right? So when we have unbreakable focus, we know what we want and we put all of our attention to it. Obviously, we can't put all of our attention to it, 24 hours a day, but we can dedicate specific time for what we want to achieve and go with our focus for that time. If we try to play around with it, well, I'm going to focus now. Oh, but the phone rang. I'm going to focus now, but I have to answer this email. We're teaching ourselves how to be distracted. And when we get distracted, we achieve less things. So we want to talk about what is this unbreakable focus. It's focus that persists under pressure and distractions. That's the thing, is when we are focused on something and the pressure gets too big, we may get distracted. We're like, oh, I can't take this. I got to get up and go for a walk, or I got to do something. Or if we're in the middle of focusing on something at work and distractions come and we leave it or boycott it, it's the same thing, right? So it's not willpower, it's trained awareness. So focus, you don't will yourself to focus, though that may be a beginning part, but it's being trained awareness. Training is the key word here. And that means there's going to be exercises and processes to do on a regular basis, just like any other habits. So this unbreakable focus combines ancient and modern mental strategies. So let's take a look at this. So the samurai's mental posture, meaning so that Zazen is remaining mind. That is, before an event, the samurai was to be unbreakably focused. They knew exactly what they had to do. It was all in mind. And then after the event, they still held that state. So a lot of folks will be focused, and then when it's over, they relax and they just go off. Well, the discipline is when the event is over, at least when, in the feudal times, is that you never knew what was going to happen next. So you had to stay focused until you were absolutely sure. So you stay focused before the event, during the event, and after the event. And that is this awareness of where your mind is during those times. And so, it's applied in archery, swordsmanship, and in modern life. If you're putting together a proposal for a client, if you're on a sales call, if you're putting together a report for your boss, if you're doing some content creation, whatever that may be, you want to have that remaining mind, Saizen, before, during, and after. And this will help you with the discipline of getting that unbreakable focus. It's used by elite performers to anticipate, not just react. When I work with athletes and, even particular some CrossFit and some Spartan athletes and others, this focus helps you anticipate things. So you're just not reacting. When we are reacting instead of responding, that whatever the event is taking us off guard and we would react. But when we can have this unbreakable focus on what we're going to do and how we're going to behave, we then flow with it and we anticipate things, and we are able to change our behaviors in accordance with what is coming up, not just simply reacting. So meditation is not woo or foo or woo woo. It is warrior training. So this is the other way we can start to develop unbreakable focus. And this word meditation is used so much these days. Meditation, mindfulness, and breathing. Well, you know what? They are important. And unless you're doing it, I don't care how many times you heard it. If you're not doing it, it's not working. So when I coach my clients, we define what meditation really is. And it's not sitting still for hours on end with your eyes closed and having a mantra. There are other parts of meditation that can help. But so it's increases. So what happens when we do meditate, it increases the grain matter in the focus related areas of our brain. So when we meditate, we are effectively focusing, right? We're focusing on our meditation. And when we have unbreakable focus, we will stay with that meditation regardless if we hear the phone ring, the door knock, somebody talking to us, whatever. We will not break that focus. And so daily practice builds resilience to chaos. So one of the things I will offer is that you don't have to start with 20 minutes. Start with 1 minute meditation. Just focus on your breath. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Do that 6 times. That's 1 minute. And then move it to 2 minutes, and then 3, and then 4. If you try, because we are so unfocused and distracted, if you try to jump into meditation for 15, 20 minutes, you may do it one day, but then you're going to anticipate, oh, I don't have enough time, can't do this, and you're going to automatically create your own distractions. So what we want to do is just start off with do 1 minute, 7 days, then do 2 minutes for 7 days, 3 minutes for 7 days, and build up that meditation slowly. And you will find that by the end of the year, theoretically, if you did it, you would be meditating then for 52 minutes, which is a great deal. So we can do this box breathing, right, which is inhale to 4, hold for 4, exhale to 4, hold for 4. We can do that. That's part of a meditation. We can do a single point focus. With Zen meditation is with your eyes open. So you can sit in front of a candle and sit in front of a wall, sit anywhere and just look at one object and focus only on that object. And then there's walking meditation, which I really, really enjoy, where you go out in nature and you put all your sensory attention to what you hear, then to what you smell, and then to what you feel, and so forth. So you go through all your sensories and you rotate them around. And that's a great way also to build up that meditation focus. So the modern energy of focus is that dopamine hijack. And a couple of podcasts ago, I talked about this as well. That dopamine is the phones, the notifications, multitasking equals a scattered mind. And because we respond so quickly to TikTok and to Shorts and to X and to other things, it gives that dopamine and we get addicted to it. Joe Dispenza talks about the emotions that get released have chemicals with them. And we get addicted to those chemicals. And so we may want to sit and meditate, but all of a sudden our brain is looking for that dopamine. And so we stop and go, did I hear my phone ring? Did I hear my text? And we will do that because it's all about a scattered mind. And that's to release that dopamine. So dopamine loops train your brain to be distracted, right? We are training ourselves to be distracted and not focused. And when we can have unbreakable focus, we can accomplish more things. Multitasking is the downfall of society. We don't get anything done. And if we get anything done, we usually have to go back and repair it because it wasn't done correctly. Where when you can focus on it and know that it's the long-term goal, not the instant pleasure, then we'll be able to summon that mental strength, the discipline, the resilience to start with this development of unbreakable focus. The solution is dopamine fasting and digital discipline rituals. Turn your phone off, an hour before you go to bed. Don't look at it until an hour after you wake up. Just manage that dopamine fasting because most of it comes through our phones. And if you put the phone away and go for a walk for an hour, you will feel different. There'll be something missing at first, but when you come back, you'll feel so much better. So here's 3 practices for building unbreakable focus. Daily, 10-minute focused meditation. That's if you want to jump into it. If you want to ease in it, daily 1 minute, then daily 2 minutes, then daily 3 minutes, and so forth. But do a focused meditation. Twice a day, do your phone check-in max. So when you wake up, hour after you wake up, you check it. An hour before you go to bed, you check it. And that is just practice this. Practice this and see how well you can manage it, right? And 1 mission critical task block per day. So this is that time when you have unbreakable focus, doing your deep work, during your reactive work. You put a block, preferably first thing in the morning, of let's say an hour. And during that hour, you focus only on what you said you're going to do. You turn your phone off, you turn your email off, you turn your instant messaging, you turn everything off and just focus on that task. Close the door, put a do not disturb sign on it, put gone fishing, do something, right? You want to create this isolation chamber that you can take whatever task you're doing and focus on it for a good hour and then see how it feels. So these are 3 practices. When we read them, it's like, oh yeah, no problem. Try to put them into place. This is where a coach comes in handy, like myself or another coach, is to help you change the story that you have about these 3 practices. So here's some final thoughts, right? We live in a world at war for your attention. Everywhere we go, our attention is being cried for, whether it's the phone, the TV, our friends, our boss, anybody. And the only way to win is to become a mental warrior. Unbreakable focus isn't a gift. It's a craft, and you need to practice it. It's a practice, not a perfect. From the battlefields of feudal Japan to boardrooms and gyms of today, the principle remains the same, that you have to have this unbreakable focus. When you go to the gym, you're there to lift. You lift. After that, you can chat. But while you're there, you're lifting. When you're in a meeting, you're in the meeting. You're not distracted with it. And so here are some things. You want to master present through Zanshin. That's that samurai focus. Train your brain like your body, meaning if you're training your body every day, hopefully you want to train your brain. If you're not training your body, then forget this one and start to train your body and then train your brain. And choose intentional rituals over digital chaos. Think of, and this is where I work with a lot of clients who are experiencing fatigue, stress, burnout, is we develop an AM ritual, a work ritual, a PM ritual, and a sleep ritual. And during those rituals, so routines are mindless, right? You brush your teeth, it's mindless. Rituals are mindful. So we want to have unbreakable focus during these rituals. And so whether you're climbing a corporate mountain or rebuilding after a personal storm, this is your edge, this unbreakable focus. Ready to build unbreakable focus and dominate your mission? Hopefully you do have one. Then schedule your breakthrough session call today. If you want to see the show notes for this podcast, you can visit warriormindcoach.com. While you're over there, you can find some more useful information in the way of blog posts and podcasts, as well as how to schedule your breakthrough session. Since you'll be on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all under Warrior Mind Coach.